Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have a Bath and Beauty body box. Okay, that's quite of a mouthful, but you know, I might have changed the title by the time I come to actually write the title. But inside my bag, beautiful bath bombs. Now I did come out with some at around Christmas time as a gift. I had some left over, so I put them together as a Mother's Day gift. Mother's Day, 15th of March this year. And I just thought it was a pretty spring-like project. But actually, my project is more about 3 different types of tool that you put through the Big Shot. So I have got framelets, I have got embosslets, and I have got a big sty. So that's kind of what the project is about today, really, more than the contents. So I'm going to move that right out of the way, bring in my Big Shot. Now, when you get your Big Shot, it comes with one of these. It's a multi-purpose platform, so you don't need anything else once you buy our Big Shot. It comes with a multi-purpose platform, so you can use any of our dies, embosslets, framelets, embossing folders with this, because you just lift up the layers as and when you need it. So that's how it comes. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to do my embosslet work with the, I've lost it. Oh, I've just put it down. Where is it? It's slipped. The beautiful wings. This is to go. I'm going to get die cut butterflies that are embossed at the same time, and I know that I need to use my embosslets, which are down here, on this one. So when you can see the picture, that's what you layer it onto. So you slide this bit under and get it right out of the way. Cutting platform down, embosslet folder, and I've chosen Blushing Bride and Wisteria Wonder. Slide it in. It doesn't have to fit perfectly. What you do need to do though is have your hinge so that it is running against at right angles to the roller. So if you go it like that, you're going to put all of the pressure on this in one go. Putting it like that, and you keep your hinge intact basically. So cutting plate down, embosslet folder, cutting plate on the top, and send it all through. Whoops. And there's going to be cracks and clunks. Oh no, not today. And that's going to pop out, and all my butterflies will pop out in a second. I'll leave them there where they are. Bring in my Blushing Bride, and I'm just going to reverse the action. There we go. So there's my second one. So again, I'll pop that out in a second. So that's my embosslet folder. The next one I'm going to do is the big die, which you still don't need to buy anything else. You have this. And a big sty is one of these big chunky ones, great big thing, and there's a very deep steel plate in here. And although this is a huge die, I actually only want these leaves, which are just here. So embossing plate down, cutting plate down first, die on top. Okay, let's just bring that in so you can see it. I've got my Wild Wasabi cardstock. And it's going to cut out a few extra pieces, but that's the image I want. So I need to get my cardstock over there, cutting plate over the top, and send the whole lot through. And I'm just going to run it backwards again. And when I take all my parts away, there's a bit I don't need. More bits I don't need, but in there are my beautiful leaves, already done. And you can do 3 or 4 layers of cardstock, depending on how thick the cardstock is, all in one go. Okay, and then the final one, I'm going to work with some framelets now. Now, with the multi-purpose platform, you work with framelets on the top, so you put your clear mat down, you put your pieces of cardstock down, which I had somewhere, can't now find. Where's it gone? I've lost it. I lost the bit of cardstock I was using. It's because it's over here. So you put your piece of cardstock down and you put your framelit over. Now, I've got the Labels collection framelets, and I know this is the size I want. Now, if you were putting your framelit down around an image and you needed to be accurate, use some washi tape or something like that to hold it down. However, thank you ever so much, Stampin' Up. You brought us the magnetic platform, which, if I didn't put a cutting plate down, it ain't going nowhere. It's brilliant, this thing. So you do obviously need to put your cutting plate down first. So that goes down. Then your piece of cardstock. And like I say, I haven't got an image on here, but if you did, it's not going to move. It's not going anywhere. Brilliant, love it. Cutting plate over the top and send it through. And I'm just going to bring that back as well because it's easier than trying to take it off that side when there's no room, because it would hit my colour caddy. And that is my big shot work. Perfect, huh? Love it. So I love the Big Shot and I adore the magnetic platform. And I've had a Big Shot for donkey's years. This is obviously, I now have a Stampin' Up one. I used to have a particularly hideously coloured one, which was just not pretty at all. And it didn't have the multi-purpose platform. I had to use shims, which are extra layers of cardstock and what have you. And it was just a nightmare. So, but I coped with it for a long time. It used to frustrate me because obviously working with different layers of cardstock or different thicknesses of cardstock meant basically a complete adjustment on all of my layers every time. So when I joined Stampin' Up, I was like, oh look, it's a very elegant black one. And it came with a multi-purpose platform. Oh my goodness. Because you can't buy those on their own. You can only get them if you buy that particular Big Shot. So, okay, so I'm popping out my embosslets now. So that's all of my stuff done. So now I just need to make the box, which is a piece of cardstock that's 6 by 12 inches, and I have got the Irresistibly Yours paper, which is the white paper with the Emboss Resist glossy coat on it. So 30.5 by 15 centimetres. I know I'm going to lose all of those in a minute. And on the long side, I've taken the floral image. Can you see that? You should be able to see it like that. You can't see it glossing, but it's so pretty. Sort of the leafy one, I should say. So score it at 1.5, 5 3/4, 7 1/4, and I've just jumped all of that. Let's try that again. And 11.5 inches, which is 4, 14.5, 18.5 and 29 centimetres. Then you turn it round to score it at 1.5, which is 4. So the finished dimensions of the box are 4 by 10.5 centimetres, which is, oh, what's that in metric? 4 1/4 by 1.5. No, in inches. Oh my goodness. Brain in gear. I will make sure everything's written down. So simply fold your score lines. All of them. I love this paper. If you haven't seen last Sunday's video, I did show how to sponge it. So go back and have a look at it if you've seen it. I'm just now cutting up these short score lines, and I'm going to remove this one. So get rid of all of those. Then I'm going to put some adhesive down here. So I'm just going to grab my fuse. And then fold in the sides and the back, the one that is closest to the seam. And then this is the front, so this is the last one you stick down. And then I've got another bag over here. And this is one of our bags. They've got a little gusseted bottom. And then I've taken some of the beautiful jute ribbon in Whisper White and just tied it off at the top. So again, the same sort of colours. And that slides in there. I'm going to take some more of this ribbon and wrap it around. And this is a funny stuff. I'm going to hide the seam away behind the framelit that's going to go over the front. And it has got a natural curl to it. So with the first one, I let the curl flow round and it's kind of sticking out a bit. I have put little glue dots on. I'm actually going to go against the curl and see if that makes a difference. But like I say, you know, glue dots work fine to hold it down in place. I think it's because of the, you know, what the ribbon is made of, that's making the difference to how much it does or doesn't stick out. But I love it, it's worth it. I can cope with that. So that's better, it's not gaping so much on the sides as this one. was, although like I said, I put some mini glue dots on. Okay, let's put all this together. So I've got my, which die, what was that die called? Just must have, it is called Flower Frenzy. So I'm going to chop off this bit here and shorten that stem a little bit. And I'm going to take a glue dot behind 3 of these petals. And that's all you need, it's not going to move anywhere. So I have those 3 going across the bottom there. I have this one sticking up as well. So again, another little cluster of glue dots. Just to anchor it in place. And then pop up the butterflies. Just literally fold them in half. And they are beautiful because they're all textured and they're all, you know, obviously I've done 2 of, you know, 2 different colours, but each of the, I think it's 5 that come out of it, they're all different and just gorgeous. Actually, I've folded that one the wrong way. It's meant to have the embossing on the outside, but you could have embossing and debossing. It's up to you. Okey-dokey. Right. So to have this stick down, strong adhesive straight across the middle, so out comes the fuse, and that will go over there, stick down nicely, and I will just now lift up and make my butterflies fly. So glue dots at the ready. I'll have a big one there, I reckon. Have a big one up there. And just keep scattering them around, and it's rather pretty. At least I think so. And they're just, you know, flying around all over the place. And I think it would make a nice little Mother's Day gift with some treats in it. And like I say, I've got the little mini bath bombs. eBay, no, not eBay, sorry, Amazon, if anybody's hunting for them. Although I do, if you go into the PootlesPapercraft forum, on Facebook, you will find lots of artisan bath and body experts in there. So some of my Stampin' Up team are bath and body folk in there as well. So just do a search, PootlesPapercraft forum, and just do a shout out. Does anybody make handmade bath bombs? And they will probably do your colour for you and your fragrance. So last couple of butterflies. Do you know what, I'm going to put baby butterfly on big butterfly. That's a bit sweet, isn't it? Oh, I've not done that before. Shall I do the same on this one? Why not? There we go. And that's my pretty little bath and body basket box. Bag box? I don't know. Whatever I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.